Let's actually all sit comfortably and let's bring the soles of the feet together. Okay, so if you have the space around you, just uh, just take like a little bit of a wider Baddha with the heels a little bit more distance from the pubic bone, unless you're stuck between the gate and the door. Then your Baddha is going to be a bit more a bit more narrow and a little narrower. Okay, so any shape that works. Jokes apart, if this shape doesn't work, sorry, mainly at the start of the practice, you can always take a normal cross-leg seated position. Okay. One question I need to ask you guys that are with me: did you have any food like in the last 3 hours? No? Okay. Because in a little bit, we're going to do a little bit of Uddiyana Kriya. So I just need to know if you had food and like quite a substantial meal less than 3.5 hours ago, then just do back traction. Okay. Okay. So let's just simply sit into our body. Close your eyes. Start to breathe deeper. And I think that today we all need to really connect to playfulness. How do we see the playful side of our adventure? How do we see that light, almost like childish approach? How do we kind of connect to that, even in situations that feel a bit tricky? So today is really about playfulness, and we're going to work a little bit on hip openness. So the water for me has always been a playful element. Every animal play, well, not every, but a lot of animals love to play with water. If you ever seen elephants interacting with water or dogs, children love to play with water. And if you have any childhood memory or you witness any animal playing in a very sweet and warm and funny way with water, recollect that image right now. And that is the kind of playfulness that you want to invite into your practice today. A playful, conscious exploration. Deepen your breath even more. Spread the toes as you start to pressurize a little bit more the soles of your feet into each other. Starting to activating and waking up the legs as you root down through the sitting bones into the earth. And with each and every inhale, kind of gesture almost an elevation of the lower ribs up and away from the pelvis, exaggerated almost. And as you exhale, kind of relax the very tip of your tailbone slightly forward. And you set your shoulders a bit back in line with the hips or the back of the pelvis. And then inhale again, rise up, lift up, broaden up through the collarbones. And as you exhale, sit deeper into your body without sinking into your body, sitting. There's difference there. And if you have your eyes closed, you might open them with your next inhale, left hand to floor. So I'm not mirroring you today. Left hand to floor, right arm reaches across towards the left. And you keep plugging the right buttock into the earth. And start to really Encourage more breath into right inside of rib cage. So flare your breath into the edge of your rib cage. Left hand onto floor just helps you to kind of rebound away from the floor. So the more you press down through the hands, the more you feel left hand side of rib cage staying a bit elevated off your pelvis. And see if you can reach the right arm further across, hollowing slightly armpit towards back of shoulder. Inhale, reach the right arm back up, spread your fingers as wide as you can go and turn the palm of your hand to the right. With your exhale, lower the arm shoulder height and soften left ear to shoulder completely. Stay for your inhale and broaden up the collarbone, broaden up the chest. And as you exhale, lower the left ear even further down towards the shoulder as you simultaneously lower right arm towards the floor. And really relax your neck. Relax your jaw. If you can, open your mouth just a fraction. Soften your facial features. Be playful as you open space into your body, as you arrive in your body with each and every pose, with each and every gesture of movement, of stillness, of holding. Right arm lifts again, shoulder height, and kind of brings the torso all the way up. Left hand to left cheek brings the head back to center. Let's twist towards the left. So left hand comes behind, right hand, right knee. Inhale, lift up through the crown of the head and the lower ribs. So everything kind of reaches up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, see if you can wrap right inside of rib cage a little further towards the left, narrowing your waistline a fraction. And then play with your neck and see if you want to look over right shoulder, over left, giving your neck a little bit of a massage here. It's a simple twist, doesn't have to be exaggerated, but it's just to kind of awaken core. Find that stability around core so that you can actually relax the inner hip and inner groin area, maybe a little more into Baddha Konasana. Okay, let's open up the right hip. So keep your left hand where it is. Okay, bring your right hand to the inner right thigh. Roll the inner thigh up, the outer thigh down, and start leaning away from your hip. You should almost feel the right hand side of your belly kind of moving towards the left. And there's a big flaring around the right hand side of rib cage and towards the back, mostly around the lower ribs. And try to soften tension from behind the right scapula, the shoulder blade. Encourage a little bit more space there as you bring more breath behind your shoulder. Deep breath into hip, into shoulder. Then slowly release. Come back forward. Open your arms in a T shape so they're parallel to the floor. With your exhale, left arm goes underneath the right. Inhale, lift up through the elbows and encourage the forearms to move in a forward direction. So drive them a bit more forward. Yeah, that's it. Relax the shoulders away from your ears. And be sure that your elbows, or rather than your elbows, your upper arms are not actually resting on your chest. They lifted. You're unlocking the shoulder in the shape. As you now direct your breath towards the back ribs. Spread across back ribs, spread across side ribs. If you want, you can relax the forehead towards your right bicep. And just to open up the back of the neck, but don't collapse your elbows. The elbows stay at the same height. It's just the head that lowers. With your next inhale, the head lifts, the exhale, the arms release. Inhale, come back to your starting position. So you're simply sitting into Baddha. Okay. Notice if you need to stretch one leg out or then the other. If you're comfortable, stay where you are. And then bring the right hand to the floor and reach the left arm just up towards the ceiling here. Okay. Slowly start to draw the left arm towards the right, rolling outer edge of left arm in a forward direction. Okay. Relax your head and your neck. Open up the fingers. I see that there's a message here on the chat. Who's talking to me? Oh no, Keith, that's sad. So you're stuck between the gate and the door with the battery almost flat. Well, we're just gonna keep breathing for you too. Oh, message Michelle before you go, before the battery dies. Okay. Yes, you are our hero, Keith. Okay, reach that left arm further across to the right and really ground down through the left buttock. So try to open space between your rib cage and your pelvis. Head and neck are relaxed. Inhale, left arm lifts back up. Turn the palm of the hand towards the left. Exhale, lower arm shoulder height. Stay for your inhale and again broaden up here through the collarbones. And if you can lean a little bit further back. Okay, so you're not rounding, you're opening and then you relax. Right ear to shoulder. And with your next exhale, the tips of your left hand fingers will come closer to the floor. I always kind of lose one ear pod in this position. And then try to slide the right shoulder also away from the earlobe. So you're not resting your head onto the shoulder, but there's like a draping down sensation through the shoulders and through the ears. Mouth is soft. The tongue relaxes away from the roof of your mouth. Slowly allow that left arm to kind of draw the torso back on top of the hips and use the right hand on your right cheek to bring the head back to center. Okay, let's twist right. So right hand behind, left hand, right knee. Just to start, this is a simple twist. So the inhale, I want to lift and lengthen through the spine. Exhale, I find that wrapping sensation, that spiraling around the axis of the spine. So feel the midline, feel the central line of your body, and then just simply kind of ring everything around it. Keep your toes active, keep your feet awake. And then slowly try to bring the right hand a little bit more to the right. Maybe lift your head further back towards like the center of your hips. Left hand inner left thigh, and you're just leaning a little bit right, opening space around the left inner groin, left inner hip, and pressing it away. So you're kind of decompressing your left hip socket by drawing the head of the femur bone slightly away. And you open a lot of space also around the left hand side of your belly, the very, very low digestive tract, your open space towards the left hand side also like of your reproductive organs. And slowly release, come back to center, arms up, big inhale. Exhale, this time is right underneath left, ego wrap, with a little bit of momentum and a little bit of playfulness. I love the ego wrap. It's like, and everything goes back to center. Forearms moves forward, elbows are high. Breath is in the back body. So the diaphragm, of course, moves. Otherwise, you would have a problem right now if your diaphragm wasn't moving. And there's always that like upward, downward movement that is led by the diaphragm. Okay, but consciously, apart from that, like feeling of elongating up and lowering a little bit down with the diaphragm, you want to feel like you're expanding the back ribs with your inhale. And you kind of close them a little bit with your exhale. So think about your ribs as the gills of a fish and breathe through your gills. If you want to rest your forehead on top of your biceps or your upper arms for the last couple of breaths in the shape, you can do so. And then with your next inhale, pick up your head. Release the arms, lift the shoulders up to the ears, and exhale, shrug them back and down. Nice. Okay, let's go onto our back body for your favorite part of the class, right? Core work, simple. Today we go simple, simple, simple. Exactly. Baddha Konasana, even on the back, there's a lot of Baddha today. Okay. So in Baddha Konasana, it's quite tricky. Sometimes I like to actually lift up my head and realign my body. Okay, because often it's easy to have heels maybe on one side, if we take as a reference the pubic bone, okay, and the midline of the body, and that obviously takes your hips and your spine in a different kind of alignment. So try to align yourself as symmetrical as you can this evening. All right, and then relax your arms. Very simple work. Take a big breath in into side ribs. Exhale. Empty the breath out. Draw lower ribs in and back and tuck the tailbone forward. So you're literally just moving with the breath. Inhale, soften. You might feel your lower back arching a little. And exhale. It's like you're suctioning navel to spine. And you feel your lower ribs drawing inward. Inhale. Broaden up the rib cage. Exhale your breath completely. And really feel your belly button magnetize into the front line of your own spine. Do two more like that. Inhale. You might feel your lower back arching a little bit, but try to still press the top rim of the sacrum to the floor. And as you exhale, empty out, tuck tailbone forward, and draw lower ribs inward and backward. Okay. Happy baby. Just a very soft variation is the start of the practice. So maybe you just take your hands onto your shins just to keep encouraging this external rotation of femur bone into hip socket. Okay. Or if you feel warm enough to take your feet again, well, for a moment with your hands, you can reach the outer edges of your feet. So you thread your forearms through the inside of the shins and then you hold onto the outer edge, okay? Because you want to kind of resist here the pinky toe side of your feet into your hands, if that makes sense. So the hands are naturally pulling down because the shoulders are drawing down towards the floor. But the pinky toe side of your foot resists into the hand as it lifts up. Toes are active. Back is firm to the floor and the front body is firm towards the back body. Don't push down or pull down through your arms. Just relax your arms, really. Frog, lifting, throughs. Woohoo. Take your feet forward. Okay. Interlace your hands behind your head. Pick up your head, neck, and shoulder up. Okay. Now your toes are turned outward. Your knees are in line more or less with, maybe a little, the closer they are to you, the easier. But if you can, it's knees in line with outer edges of hips and ankles in line with the back of the knees. Now take a massive breath in, lift your shoulders a little higher, hold the breath in, firm sacrum down, tuck tailbone up, and lift the inner knees skyward. Inhale, relax pelvis down, stay up with your shoulders. Hold the breath in, firm sacrum down, curl tailbone up towards the sky, and lift up through the inner knees. Pull belly down. That's important. Keep going. Inhale. Shoulders stay high. Yeah, hold the breath in. Press the sacrum down. Exhale, go up. Alex, with the inner knees. Inner knees more than feet. Yes. That's it. Inhale. Lower tailbone down, stay high with your shoulders, wrap the shoulders, hold the breath in, firm the sacrum to the floor. Exhale, yeah, nice, mommy. Lift through the inner knees. Well done, ladies. Now you got two more to go. Woohoo! Inhale. Release tailbone down. Hold the breath in, firm the sacrum. Immediately activate the core. Now exhale, lift everything. Tailbone skyward, inner knees too. Yes, spread the toes. Nice, ladies. One more. Inhale, relax tailbone to the floor. Hold the breath in from the top rim of the sacrum down. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, lift the inner knees skywards and pull belly down. More down. Further down. Feel the suction into your lower belly. That's it. And then release. Come back to Baddha Konasana. And now we're going to go into a little bit of traction. So in Baddha this time, take your hands to the creases of your hips. Okay, so you're going really at the top of your hips with your thumbs slightly descending the line of your inner groins and traction your spine. So the tailbone goes forward, your spine is long, your shoulders are plugging down into the earth, mainly the shoulder blades, but your arms are lifted and active, and pull belly down. So the inhale, you might release a little bit the whole traction. And as you exhale, traction, 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 traction. Do two more breaths. Inhale, relax the traction, relax the tension. Exhale, traction your spine long and really suction your belly inward. And can you feel how when you exhale and you empty, because your diaphragm now is lifted to press the air out of your lungs, there's a lot of space to suction the lower belly inward and up. Okay, because now we're going to do that standing in a short while. Okay, extend one of your arms. If you can, go left, but otherwise go right if you don't have space on the left, like me. And roll up like you're coming out of your Shavasana. Head comes last, and it's your hand on your head that takes your head up so your neck stays nice and relaxed. All right, we're going to face. If you can, you might want to move your devices. Okay, you're fine. So that you face me, because now we're going to work lengthwise on the mat. Okay, so our center will be Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward bend. Okay, and today we're taking a variation where we take our hands into downward facing dog. So lengthen your arms away from you. One thing to do here often, and at least for most people, when we start, bend the knees a little bit and transition some weight forward, move some weight forward so you're not hanging in your heels. Okay, and then firm the legs, and then you just go back with the torso. But keeping that micro bend into your knees allow you not to hyperextend in the shape. And then once that you're lowering the torso down, make a conscious and quite drastic rotation of your upper arms, outer upper arms down towards the floor. Relax your head, relax your neck. Stretch out your spine, firm the legs. So you want to feel the muscles of your legs hugging around the surface of your bones. And the hip flexors are active here. They helping the quadricep to lift up and firm rather than collapsing onto the knee joint. With your next inhale, take a halfway lift, lengthen. Walk your hands a little closer to you. Okay. Now lift your heels, turn them inward, turn the toes outward. Go back with your sitting bones, rise up into horse stance and loop your shoulders as you come up. Okay. Favorite. So for now, we're just going to do some back traction with the breath, okay? That's going to prepare us for Uddiyana Kriya, which is a lot of what we're doing today, really working on the lower centers. Okay, so take a deep breath in through the nose. Lift lower ribs up and away from hips. Exhale now. Traction. So activate your arms and kind of press down with your arms and press in the direction of your knees. So turn your fingertips, if they're not facing towards your knees, turn your fingertips towards knees. So your hands and your legs are in the same direction. Okay, and traction. Then inhale, soften the traction. Exhale again, traction down. And see if you can lower a little bit more. And then inhale, you pulsing gently up. Exhale, traction all the way down. 5-pointed star. Inhale, reach your arms up. If you can, touch the palm of your hands together. Exhale, fold back to Prasarita. So turn your feet inward a little. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, let's go left. So walk towards your left foot. Take Anjaneyasana here, left knee towards the ceiling. Okay, lift your arms all the way up towards the sky. So this is going to be our vinyasa for today. We're going to move sideways. Exhale, hands come back down to the floor. Step back into your plank pose. Exhale, modified chaturanga. Knees come down, pelvis, belly and chest lower. Inhale, rise up into cobra. Open up your chest. Free up the collarbones and the sternum. Exhale, come back down. Down dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Three-legged dog or dog split. Exhale, bend the left knee. Call left heel to glute and peek underneath your left armpit. Really squeeze the back of the left knee and firm the right buttock towards the top of the hamstring so that right leg is active here. Stay for one more inhale. And as you exhale, bring the left foot forward. Right knee stay up. Turn your hands towards center. Halfway lift into Prasarita. Exhale and fold Prasarita Padottanasana. Inhale, halfway lift again, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, this time walk towards the right, left knee comes down to the floor. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, reach your arms all the way up. Mami, porta lo stinco un po' più a sinistra. Watch out that your shins is not going to cross the midline. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back, high plank. Modified chaturanga, knees lower, pelvis, belly, chest lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Stay for your inhale. And then pick up your right leg, lift it up, dog splits. Bend your right knee, curl right here to right glute, and peek underneath your right shoulder, not shoulder, armpit. And feel here, quite nice. It's almost like you twisting a little bit. You open, but you're also twisting, and you're definitely opening the side body. Okay, with your next exhale, step the right foot forward. Left knee stays lifted, so you got space to move again through Prasarita. Inhale, halfway lift the chest, lengthen. Exhale, fold into Prasarita. Okay, we're gonna do this one more time. Okay, so I'm gonna guide you through. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk towards your left foot. Lounge towards the left hand side of your mat. Knee down. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Arms up. Exhale, circle your arms back and down, step back, high plank. Lower knees down for modified chaturanga. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg rises, dog splits. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, open, left hip over right. Keep the knee bent. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Right knee stays lifted. So you walk across center of your mat, prasarita, to hold halfway, lift your chest, wide-legged forward bend. Exhale, walk towards the right. Lounge, place your left knee to the floor. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Nice, ladies. Exhale, hands come down to the ground. Step back, high plank pose. Chaturanga, knees down. Lower slowly with control. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Right leg rises. Inhale. Bend the knee. Exhale. Inhale, open, right hip over left. Lengthen out that right seam of the body. Exhale, right foot steps between your hands. Left knee stays lifted. Walk left, left, left. Come back to the center of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift into Prasarita. Exhale, fold. Nice. Okay, hands ground here underneath your shoulder. Come a little bit forward, look between your hands, horse stance, heels in, toes out. This time, if you can, you reach up almost with a straight back, arms up, big breath in. Exhale, hands onto thighs. Okay, and we're gonna move into, let's do 3 rounds of Uddiyana Kriya. Okay, so the inhale is through the nose, the exhale is out through the mouth. Yes, keep your belly relaxed mostly when you inhale. When you hold the breath out, you suction in. Okay, so I'm going to do 1 round with you, starting with a big breath in. I can't talk while I do it. To inhale again, soften the belly, come up, release the hands for a moment. Okay, so why are we doing this with the back traction? Just to see when you press your thighs down and you open space around the hips, can you see how much more of your lower belly you can actually suck in? Okay, 2 more. Inhale through the nose, soft belly. Exhale through the mouth. Fold a little forward. That's it. Now come back up and find that natural vacuum as you keep the breath out of your body and then suction, suction, suction while you traction the spine. When you need to inhale, relax the belly. And if that comes hard, just swallow. Okay. And then release the tension for a moment. Ease up into horse stance. Keep your knees bent. Let those legs work. That's it. Okay. Big breath in. Exhale through the mouth. Go a little forward, not too much. It's not a forward bend. Okay. Now create that vacuum. Hold the breath out. Suction belly. Come back up and traction your spine as you suction your belly as far up, 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 and back, 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 back as you can. Yes, and then relax the belly and come back to horse stance. 5-pointed star, inhale. To the left, warrior 2, exhale. Ground the outer right foot to the ground and lounge over that left knee. So nice. Open up your arms. Try to keep them at the same level. Firm your back leg by firming inner right thigh to outer right thigh. Okay, so lift through here. Extended side angle. Inhale, reach your torso forward. For today's variation, place the left hand either on a block or on some books, but on the inside of the left foot and find the core contraction. So inner left knee presses towards outer left arm, and outer left arm resists. Right arm goes forward. So lengthen the whole right seam of the body. Keep your neck relaxed if you can. And bend that left knee. Find a lot of length between your legs. Firm the right buttock onto the top of your hamstring. That helps you to support. Okay, slowly bring the right hand on the inside of the left foot. Both hands are parallel. Straighten the left knee. So you're in between Trikonasana. The legs are like Trikonasana, but you're going into a variation of pyramid. Walk your hands forward, okay? So in a diagonal line towards the left, and then just bow forward. Yeah, that's it. You can use support if you need to. And if the stance is too wide, you can always hop your back foot forward. So right close to the left. Nice. Try to keep scooping that left buttock towards the inner right thigh. Okay, so that scissoring action that you're still keeping the connection to core. Relax your neck completely. And then slowly walk yourself back to center. Turn your feet parallel to each other. Center is prasarita, halfway left with your inhale. Exhale, exhale, horse stance. Lift your heels, turn toes in, toes out, heels in. Inhale, rise up into horse stance. And exhale, bring the hands onto the top of your thighs. Out of 3 rounds of Uddiyana Kriya, take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale your breath completely through the mouth. Hold the breath out, suction belly in. That's it. If I talk to you, I can't do it with you. So you do it and I talk. Inhale, relax the belly, come up. Legs are bent, stay into that horse stance. Yes. Big breath in. Exhale it all the way out. Hold the breath out, suction, create the vacuum, lift up your chest more, and now really lift your belly up. Best practice ever. Relax your belly, inhale. Exhale, all the way out. Exactly. Now come back up, vacuum into your belly. Lift it up, lifting back, and traction your spine. Remember your hands into your thighs. I did traction and open more space so you can suction more belly. And then release 5 pointed star. Extend the arms all the way up towards the ceiling. Big breath in. Exhale, warrior 2 towards the right. Okay, so adjust your stance if you need to. Extend your arms, extend your legs. So I would like, we're not holding as much as we usually do, as you noticed today, but I would really like you to find the wider expression of warrior 2 that you can find today. So really work your legs, open up space, but also activate inner left thigh this time, left to outer left thigh. Left glute activates on top of the hamstring. And lounge deep, 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 deep. Nice. Inhale, extend your right arm forward, extend torso forward. Today we're working on the inside of that right leg. Left arm extends towards the right. So open up that whole left side of your body. Lean back and find the co-contraction between right knee and right arm. Relax your neck, your teeth, your mouth. And be playful today. Explore your edges. Be curious. Okay. And then slowly bring the left hand inside of your right foot. Right hand is already there. Keep your legs as they are and just extend the arms forward. So there's a very gentle gesture of arcing a little bit the rib cage away from your right hip. But it's gentle. You're not going to go all sideways here. But if you have to follow the line that threads almost between your hips, that's the line that you follow. With your next inhale, come back to center. Prasarita Padottanasana, turn toes in, heels out, halfway lift your chest. And exhale, fold into Prasarita. Horse stance. Inhale, halfway lift, lift your toes. Exhale, heels, turn in, toes out, lift up. Okay, now if you think about Kapalabhati, the flapping of the belly inward and outward, we're going to kind of do that into Uddiyana. Okay, so you're keeping the breath out and you're flapping the belly in and out, in and out, in and out. Okay, it's Adnisara. So it's the same thing that we just did, and you can stay with that variation. You can just take 3 more rounds of Uddiyana, or you're going to move with me and we're going to do the flapping of the belly. Okay, big breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. So it's like you relaxing and pushing back, relaxing and pushing back. So you hold the vacuum action in your belly, but you need to start pumping it a little bit, and you pump the center of your belly. Okay, 2 more. Big breath in. Traction your arms. Keep your spine long. Exhale out through the mouth. Go just slightly forward. Just enough that you can create the vacuum. Now hold the breath out and lift up a little bit. That's it. And now flap your belly. Keep everything else still and just move your belly. Well, the pelvis will move a little bit. You need to be quite fluid around your hips, but flap your belly. When you need to inhale, inhale, come up for a moment, and then straight into our last round together. Exhale all the way out. Hold the breath out. Adnisara, pump the center of your belly in and out, in and out, in and out. Okay. And then inhale, 5-pointed star, extend your arms. Exhale, warrior 2, left hand side. So left foot forward, reverse triangle, straighten up your left arm and reach your left leg and reach your left arm back. Exhale, triangle. Left hand could be really nice to use a block here. Left hand onto block. Left lower ribs, lift a little bit away from the top of your left thigh. So try not to collapse the torso down, but use that left hand to the floor to create lightness in the shape. To try and go further up towards the ceiling rather than collapsing down to the floor. Find the foundation into your legs, firm your legs, and relax your neck completely. Deep breath into chest as you spread your collarbones really wide. And then slowly bring the right hand on the inside of your left foot and then the left, and take one more time that variation of pyramid pose. Just briefly, we're going to take it one step further. You don't have to, but you might want to try to, because we're playing here in a very conscious, mindful, and serious way. But find that playfulness to be curious to try something new today. Start to thread the left shoulder underneath the left knee. So bend the knee and thread the shoulder. Pad your left heel with the thumb and the index finger. Okay, so you're just wrapping those 2 fingers around the back of your heel. Now walk your right foot a little closer and walk your right hand further. And then it's just a transition, like a movement of weight. I just move the weight forward, the foot comes even further and closer, closer, closer. And then I can lift it up into a standing split with the open hip. Inner left thigh, keep pressing towards the outer left arm. The core is engaged. Okay, so that left leg is doing a lot of work. The right leg is also doing it because I'm activating the inner right leg towards the outer right leg, the glute to the hamstring, and I'm lifting, 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 lifting. But the core here is really what's keeping me grounded in the shape. Slowly bend the knee to release and walk back to Prasarita, to center, halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale out through the mouth. Fold into Prasarita. Inhale, take again a halfway lift. Shift the weight forward, heels go in, toes go out. Rise up into horse stance. Last round here of Adnisara. So everybody at their own time, do 3 rounds. If Adnisara was too much, just do Uddiyana Kriya and lift the belly. 3 rounds. Off you go when you're ready. That's it. Nice. Yeah, that's it, Alex. Nice suction. And well done on how you relax the belly when you pump. That's exactly it. It needs to kind of feel natural. You're isolating the movement towards the center of your belly, but it needs to feel really like whew, natural and floppy, but also deeply connected, if that makes sense. And try to, I mean, the legs are super stable, the pelvis is stable, but when I flop my belly, when I extend it outward and suction it back in, I kind of feel a little bit of movement into the pelvis, which is quite nice. Okay, everybody done? No, one more round to go. Yeah, finish your round. And then stay into horse stance. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, left shoulders come towards the center of your mat and you resist towards the inner thigh with the left hand. Okay? So same thing that you were doing in Baddha, you're doing here. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, go to the other side. Right hand presses towards inner right thigh. Make space into your hip. And just feel that spaciousness and delicious release around the back of the right scapula, the shoulder blade. Inhale, come back to center. Extend your arms up, 5-pointed star. Exhale, warrior two, right hand side. Deep breath. Don't lose your breath. Be playful with your breath. And every now and then, when you feel that the intensity arise, just take your exhale out through the mouth and relax. Reverse triangle. Right arm reaches back, left arm outer left thigh. Full triangle. Kick your right hip back. Extend torso forward. And you can choose if you're using blocks today. Or another really nice variation is actually to place the hand onto the ankle, but without weighing onto the ankle or onto the shin. I'm always kind of lifting. So I point up, I don't collapse down. Okay, that's why I really need to activate my legs here. Even if I'm in a very wide, very expansive, very broad shape, I still want to kind of keep enough core connection to keep myself light so that I don't collapse onto the joints, I don't collapse towards the earth. Take one more inhale into the shape. And as you exhale, slowly start to bring left hand to floor. Right hand parallel to the left. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, find briefly your pyramid pose here. Bend the right knee, thread right shoulder underneath the knee. Extend the left arm forward, lift up the left heel. You can hop, 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 or you can maybe take just one step as you lift the left leg as high up as you can. And the feeling is almost like you're falling forward, but that co-contraction between inner right thigh and outer right arm and the left hand to the floor is what's preventing you from falling. And of course, core, a right leg. Relax your neck. Use almost like a pendulum or a seesaw action here. If your torso goes down, your left leg is going to lift higher. Activate that left leg. And slowly release. Bend everything to come out. Come back to center. Halfway lift. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale into Prasarita. Okay. Last thing before we take it down to the floor. Fun thing. If you have a wall and you want to take a handstand on the wall and then take your feet into Baddha, you can do so. Otherwise, just to have a little bit of fun, bend your knees so you're almost more like in a frog shape. Rock forward onto your hands, and no matter how high you go, clap your feet. Just come forward and clap your feet above your buttock, okay? Do it 5 times at least, just to give you a little bit of an energy boost. Yes, that's it. It doesn't matter if it's just underneath your buttock, just lift up and clap your feet. Yes, doesn't matter how high it is, just clap your feet. That's it. One more, at least. Actually, you guys got 2 more to do. That's it. Just do it. Don't think about it. Just go and clap. And land lightly. So it's almost like you have like the air around you, not you have. Imagine that the air around you is kind of like something like honey. So when you lift, you land lightly and you try and make as little noise as you can. When you're done, squat down. Yeah. Oh. And as you squat down, just come back to the ground. Like really feel the ground with your feet and with your sitting bones almost about to touch the ground. Root down. Maybe after you play with inversions, ground yourself again. Find something quiet to absorb that vibrant kind of energy that inverting our body gives us. Lots of energy. It's like drinking a coffee almost. So let it settle so that it doesn't create any anxiety, but it just gives you a good boost of energy, a good boost of aliveness. And then when you're ready, sit down. And just a cross-legged position, as comfortable as you can. If you're crossing, is left in front of the right, similar way of closing that we open into. So left hand to floor, right arm reaches up. This time you bend the elbow and you cradle your head with your forearms and you just lean back a little. So you're not going like in a back bend, you're just giving the front body a little bit of space as you open up the armpit area and side of your right shoulder, the edge of the rib cage. Relax your head into your forearms. And slowly release, twist it. Right hand, left knee, left hand comes behind you. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, just the simplest of the twists. If you want to add a half bind, you're welcome to take a hold of the inner right thigh with the left hand. So that's quite nice, mainly after all the work that we did to open up the chest again. Even if you just take your forearms and you resist the back of your hips or 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 your back really with your left forearm. With your next inhale, release. Okay, change the cross of your legs right in front of left. Quite nice to extend one leg at a time before you cross them again. And then same thing to the right. Right hand to floor, left arm reaches up. Big breath in. Bend the elbow, exhale, support the back of your head with your forearms and lean back. So it's kind of the opposite. If you feel it, it's the opposite action that we did as we started the class. You remember we were kind of leaning away from the hip. Now I'm leaning almost towards the back of my hips to open up chest and side body. Right hand on the floor is active. And I like to take it quite far away from me so that I don't jam the humerus or the upper arm bone into the shoulder socket. But again, I keep it light. It's lifting the rotator cuff away from the upper arm bone. And then slowly come up and simply twist towards what is the right. And if you want, add your half pine just to open up the chest. Try to peel the right collarbone away from the center of your chest as you rotate around the axis of your spine. With your next inhale, look forward, release the twist. Extend your legs in a forward direction and try to bring as much awareness to midline as you can. Inhale, arms reach up, big breath in. Exhale, Paschimottanasana. You can bend your knees as much as you need to. Okay, so knees can be bent, legs can be straight. Just a simple, straight, balance forward, seated forward bend to close. So almost like a full body prayer position, like the gesture of balance that kind of brings the body together, mainly after working in such a asymmetrical, playful way with a lot of opening. Now I'm sealing my practice back into my body. And I'm sealing that playfulness into the tapestry of my own being. In a place where I'm centered, balanced, and connected. You can hold the shape for as long as you wish. I reckon at least another 5 breaths. And in your own time, when you're ready, you're going to make your way down into Shavasana. So you're going to lay your body down to the floor. If you need a warm layer or anything, any other further movement before you lie on your mat, you can do so. And then relax your whole body completely. Relax every effort. And just allow the breath to wash the inside of your body. Stay present even when you are completely relaxed. Stay with your breath. Imagine your breath flowing almost like a river within your own body, flooding each and every inch of your body. If you have the time or the possibility to stay a little longer in Shavasana, do so. You can always disconnect from Zoom and take your time, or slowly you're gonna start to re-explore movement in a playful way, almost like you would be moving a limb after a long time. Imagine when you wake up in the morning, if every day we could just fascinate on how our body moves. Like every morning we moving our body again for the first time. And we can. We just need to remember to do it. So when you come out of Shavasana, can you bring that same quality of curiosity as you move your body again after the practice? And you allow your body to lead you back into a seat. Thank you, lovelies, for sharing your practice with me today. Aho. Namaste. Thank you.